everybody. It's me, Jeff.
And me, Beth.
And we're back again with an interesting story about mermaiding. Mermaiding. That's actually what it is. Is the latest fad to make the waves. Waves. Nope, wrong type of wave. It's actually water. A growing number of people are flocking to mermaid conventions and have poured their savings into a multi-million-dollar mermaid tail industry. Sounds like a tall tale to me.
It does.
Yeah, I know, right? All right. So here we are in Sydney. There is a pivotal movement in Queen, whatever's life that eclipsed all others. It was the moment, she says, when she first slid her legs into a mermaid tail. For the transgender Filipina woman approaching middle age, seeing her legs encased in vibrant, scaly-looking neoprene 3 years ago was realization of a childhood dream. And it marked the beginning of her immersion into a watery world where she would find acceptance. The former insurance company worker described the experience of gliding underwater, half human and half fish, as meditation in motion. You better get used to it, yeah. The feeling was, mermazing.
We're making words now.
I thought I was bad. All right. Deborah said one recent morning while lounging in a fiery red tail on a rocky beach south of Manila, where she now teaches mermaiding and free diving full time. The world outside is really noisy and you will find peace underwater. It's a good skill in the real world, especially during the pandemic. Okay. Across the world, there are thousands more merfolk like her. At its simplest, humans of all shapes, genders, and backgrounds who enjoy dressing up as mermaids. In recent years, a growing number have gleefully flocked to mermaid conventions and competitions, formed local groups called pods, figures,
yeah,
and poured their savings into a mermaid tail industry. On a planet plagued by war, disease, and social upheaval, many merfolk have found life in the water a refuge. Perhaps Sebastian, the ornery crab in the 1989 film The Little Mermaid, said it best in his warning to land-loving mermaid Ariel, "The human world, it's a mess. Life under the sea is better than anything they got up there." Okay. Away from the critics and chaos of life on land, Merworld wasn't just me. Merworld is the kinder, gentler, and more joyful alternative to the real world. It is also a world, merfolk say, where you can be whoever or whatever you want. I think there's nobody else there.
Right, except for fish and
squids and sharks. They got sharks in the Philippines.
Well, this is Australia, but they do have sharks there too, I think.
Well, have we gotten to Australia yet?
Yeah.
So we're just talking about the one transgender chick, whatever, it was the Philippines. But, you know, I could be wrong. That openness attracts some transgender people who emphasize with Ariel's agony of being trapped in a body that feels wrong. It is also inspiring to merfolk like, the Washington, D.C. based founder of the Society for Fat Mermaids, which promotes body positive mermaiding. Oh my God. I'm a 300-pound black mermaid in America, over 35. And hopefully that tells somebody they can do whatever they want to do. You always do feel a lot lighter in the water.
You do you, boo-boo.
Says Monique, whose group sells shirts that read Fat Mermaids Make Waves. Splash. And gender is fluid under the sea. Sure, on one hand, it is really silly. Okay, good. Then there's, they do see the humor in it. But I've watched it change people's lives. Possibly.
Whatever works, I guess.
Yeah,
I mean,
possibly. After all, the ocean is vast, she notes, and most of the planet is covered in water. That is correct. So why not dive in it? Yeah, I can't argue with that. I think there's room under the sea for all of us. Not really. It would increase the amount of water dissipation. Especially when they're 300 pounds. The lure of mermaiding is clear from the Montreal, now we're in Montreal, home of Marielle Henal, whatever, which is stuffed to the gills, more puns, with mermaid tails. The Aqua Mermaid CEO, Mermaid, that's the key part in this one.
yes.
The Aqua Mermaid. So I'm guessing it's a maid company. I wonder if they made it that way.
I guess.
The world Stuff the Gills, whoever, tells them to merge the world over. When you put your mermaid tail on at the beach or pool, you become a superstar. Says whomever, whose company runs mermaid schools across Canada and the United States. Kids and adults, everybody's happy to see a mermaid. Sure. It would definitely be turning heads and stopping people. Not a question.
Right.
When mermaiding first started to catch on, most tails for sale were custom-made silicone creations that weighed up to 50 pounds and cost upwards of $6,000. That take a surprising amount of time and lubricant to wrestle into. But over the past few years, the increasing availability of cheaper, lighter fabric options opened up mermaiding to the wider public. That's a big-ass tail.
It is. It's pretty.
Sure. As mermaiding went mainstream, glamorous photos of mermaids resplendent in glitzy tails began gaining traction on social media, further fueling mermania. I had to do that. Whoa. An obsession with the Little Mermaid is coming among merfolk, and there is an anticipation of a fresh wave of mermaiding interest when the live-action reboot of the film is released next year.
I'm doing a live-action one?
I didn't even know there was a live-action one.
I don't know.
Still, merfolk acknowledge that their almost utopia is occasionally rocked by stormy seas. I wouldn't. As mermaiding popularity has risen, so has the prevalence of creeps, known as merverts, and scammers who sell non-existent tales, says whatever, creator of the Facebook group Mermaids Beware. There's even a Facebook group. Interesting. So if you're interested in this kind of stuff, they have a Facebook group. Being mermaids, it's a predominantly women-dominated hobby and profession. I wonder why.
Right.
So of course that does attract attention from strangers on the internet. Yeah. Who lives in the Caribbean island of St. Thomas. Ooh, nice island. Most of the time it's just creepy comments. Of course, there's always creepy comments. Like they want to see you without the tail on or hold your breath underwater.
I don't see how hold your breath underwater is a creepy comment. I mean, because it's like, they just don't want them to drown. So,
Yeah, we don't. It's not like we're seeing the actual comments. I don't know. I have no idea. Hagema, whoever, advises merfolk to always have a trusted companion or mertender while performing in a tale. With your legs bound, you really can't run away. So it's important to have that set of legs there to make sure you're okay.
makes sense.
Yeah. Swimming in the tails takes practice. Yeah, because you got to develop a whole different set of muscles. Mm-hmm. Our mermaid's mastery of the dolphin kick is key. No kidding. Along with equalization techniques to alleviate ear pressure underwater. Okay, some of them obviously must go pretty darn deep.
Yeah.
Wow. PADI, SSI, and NAUI, the world's major scuba diving certification organizations, now offer mermaid courses. Of course they do. There's even a World Mermaid Championship that last held in China in 2019, which featured 70 mermaids flipping and posing in a giant glass tank before a panel of pensive judges. Mermaid conventions, of course, mercons, are now held globally. Last month, more than 300 merfolk from across the U.S. and Canada attended the Californian Mermaid Convention, which was, as convention co-founder, whatever described it, a 3-day celebration of everything mermaid. Note the mermaid community is awash in puns.
You don't say.
No, I just did. Want me to play it back?
No.
For most merfolk, it's all about tongue-in-cheek, but it's also meaningful. Floating in the Sacramento pool where fellow attendees of the California Convention is gathered, Merman Maui summed up the importance of the community this way. I have a new family with all of these people. Life is so much better when you learn to have just a little bit of fun, or a lot bit of fun, because we all believe in magic at some point, Maui says. A lot of times life can get pretty dull and boring, so why not just enjoy every aspect of it that you can? I can agree with that statement.
Yeah.
I can definitely do so. All right, so what do you think of this?
Well,
Gonna get your myrrh on?
yeah, at least I have something to look forward to, when I reach middle age and not do something boring like, buying a sports car or something like that. I can always be a mermaid.
Well, remember though, you're not a transgender
No.
either, so.
No, I'm not, but, it's like, it also says it's a profession, so,
Well, they have conventions and everything now.
Right, well, I'm going to quit my job and become a mermaid.
So you're gonna be spending the $6,000 and getting flippers?
Yes, why not, go all out.
Yeah, why not? Yeah, I got $6,000. I can just blow, Sure, no problem.
Right.
Although, of course, the amount of lube, I can only imagine how much lube it takes in order to be able to squeeze your entire bottom half. I can only imagine going pee.
Right, you can't use the bathroom in that thing. And if you happen to fart in it, does the thing blow up like a balloon?
That's your ballast. Oh, quick! I gotta go up quick. You just float up.
Right.
There she blows. All right. Oh, that yeah. Oh, now that's where it goes. You could get. What do they call the people that's so creepy or whatever? Merverts. That's where the merverts can go in there instead of how'd you like a little deep water action?
Yeah, is. I mean, it's a profession though, so I can be a mermaid. I can become a professional mermaid. That can be my job.
Yeah, but you have to get somebody to pay you for it.
There's plenty of
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Well, you can be the first. What the hell do they call themselves? Merfolk or whatever. With our very own OnlyFans page.
Yes, I will make millions, and I could be a mermaid. That would be my job.
You better be making millions, having to be able to lube your legs up in order to get into that thing all the time.
Yep. I would also have to buy stock in KY. I'm gonna, use a lot of it.
I would imagine. I can't even imagine how tight that would have to be, because you're constantly wiggling, and if you're trying to swim and shit. Holy crap!
Right?
I can only imagine some of that. That sucker would shoot right on off, and so that would have to be tight as hell.
Right.
But, all right, everybody, and so that's what's going on here. Get your merfolking on.
Merfolking on. We can make all the words today.
Oh yeah, remember they're tongue in cheek and they're punny as hell.
Yes, we're making up all the words.
Yep. Alrighty, everybody, and so I hope you have a great one. Like and share down below, and talk to you soon.
Bye.